My name's Alana Sophie.
Alright, hello. Sorry it took forever. I'm still not entirely sure if my mom is gone. Rachel, shh. But welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing a whale shark stream, so we have a few things to talk about beforehand, but once we get everything looked at, then we can do some whale shark identification challenges, just to help you guys learn how to identify the sharks a little bit. These are really fun, so I just have a few things to kind of set up here, because there are a couple things I want to show you guys first. Rachel, stop. Stop being needy. Rachel, be quiet. Sorry, my cat is being dumb. Okay. Hello, Olivia. Alright, so we're gonna just share my general screen instead of just the Ocean Voyager webcam. Don't worry, we'll get back to that. Okay. So there are a couple things I want to look at before we start the identification. So it says I have 3 people, so hello, 3 people. First, I want to talk about just a couple of typist data things, just because a lot's happened lately, and I don't know if all of you guys who are watching know about it. So basically, first thing is that we kind of restructured the site. So instead of having Georgia Aquarium and like just Asia as a whole page, we have things a little more organized. So we have it as North America, even though Georgia Aquarium is the only aquarium that has whale sharks in North America. We just labeled it as North America just because it's trying to keep it consistent, because we have it kind of geologically sorted. And then over here for Asia, instead of just having all of the Asian aquariums on one page, we have this kind of introductory page with this pretty picture And then we have it sorted into Chinese, Japanese, and other Asian aquariums. So that's just set up a little bit more nicely organized now. And then we also added an about page, so it has meet the staff. Michael still hasn't written his yet, but he's going to. So like I included a picture of Buddy and then just some stuff about me. And then Michael needs to write something for himself. But right now I just told everyone that he likes ducks because that's important. And then there's also a page that's contributed to Typist data. So this is just a couple things that we kind of need and can use if you guys want to help out and be a data shark. And then there's a contact us page now. So this is just showing all of our how to contact us, social media, that kind of thing. And so that's kind of the new site layout. And also, yeah, we've had this kind of newish picture for a couple months now. If you haven't seen this before, it means you haven't looked at Typist data in a long time, but this is our pretty picture. So that's all of like the new layout stuff. And then we also we made a new blog post right here. This one. It doesn't have too many views right now, so if any of you haven't read it, go ahead and give it a read, just because it's about something that's really important. It's about how ecotourism impacts wild whale sharks and how it relates to their conservation and stuff. So we did a lot of homework on this because it's really important. We even reached out to a whale shark research group to get their expert opinion. So this is a fun post. We're also working on some more. Another cool thing is that we are approaching Whale Shark Day, so we have a blog post that we're working on. We're going to try and upload that on Whale Shark Day, and I also have a drawing that I did that I'm going to post on Whale Shark Day. This isn't really like as much of necessarily a Typist data thing. I'm just going to put it on like my DeviantArt and stuff, and also I made a really low quality speed paint because I didn't really know how to use OBS yet, but I recorded the footage of it being drawn that I'm going to make into a speed paint, even though it looks really terrible. I'm still going to upload that on Whale Shark Day, along with, and in the descriptions of those, I'll make sure to put the link of the blog post that we're hoping to upload that day, just so that it gets a little bit of love and recognition, and hopefully people who watch me on DA and stuff will look at it. So that's kind of Typist data news out for Whale Shark Day. Whale Shark Day is August 30th. I don't know if I said it, but Whale Shark Day is August 30th. So we'll be making a really cool blog post about some aquariums that are going to be built that might have whale sharks. And we have like pretty concept art and construction photos and all kinds of stuff included in that. Like we've worked really hard on doing all the research and just making this like monstrosity of a blog. And the funny thing is that the one we're uploading on Whale Shark Day is going to be part 1. They're going to have to be 2 parts because there are so many potential aquariums, you know, that are going to maybe have whale sharks. Not all of them are likely to have whale sharks, but some of them we think they really might have whale sharks, so it's going to be fun. So that's kind of something to keep an eye out for. So that's just all the Typist data stuff. I'm going to check on the chat. No one has said anything in the chat. We only have 2 people watching. I bored someone to death and they left. Another thing is just like, this is just like a small note. I'm doing a thing just as like, honestly, all I want to do is I want to see that if people post the link to the site, if it increases our views a lot. So basically the rule with this is if you go anywhere on social media like Twitter or Tumblr or Facebook and just like post the link, or even DeviantArt, make a DA journal. Like if you just post the link to Typist data anywhere with like an explanation kind of what it is, like, hey, here's a cool website, you should look at it. Link, like if you make a post like that and then send me the post so that I can see you made it, I will line and flat color one of these sharks. And like I said, basically all I'm really trying to do is just see if other people posting the link helps us get more views, because I'm just curious, so help me out with my little experiment, and also you'll get some fun shark art out of it as well, because I'll line all these guys and flat color them. And then I have another idea in mind. If that works, I'll have like another little challenge to get them all shaded nice and stuff. But this is a sandbar shark right here. This is a bonnet head. This is, I believe, a white spotted bamboo, I think is what it was intended to be. And then this is the thresher shark. I'll probably edit his tail a little bit, but those are all the sharks. I actually made like an art stream one day where I draw those. So that's kind of all of just the preliminary things. And since we haven't done a stream in a while, I'm just gonna very quickly go over an important bit of shark anatomy. So on their tail here, there's this thing right here, there's this weird line that they have that kind of sticks out called a caudal keel. And that's really important with whale shark identification. So I just wanted to go over this really quick because I'm going to be talking about the caudal keel a lot while we talk about identification. So this is what I'm talking about if I'm talking about the keel. It's this little line. It's really super prominent in whale sharks. It sticks out a lot more than other sharks. So that's what the keel is. And we're going to be talking about that a lot. So does anybody have any sort of questions before we start the ID half of the stream? I don't even have any clue who's watching. I just know that it says that 2 people are watching still. I don't know who they are. I'll just like give it a second to see if anyone has any sort of like questions. My friends in the chat, post in the chat, tell me who you are, because I'm curious. And if you haven't like signed into your YouTube account, I recommend that you do, because that's a big part of the whale shark ID thing, is that I'll ask you guys to like try and identify them yourselves after we go over it, and it's really fun. So definitely sign in and talk to me in the chat. I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and just switch our screen share over to just the Ocean Voyager webcam. Woo, there's a manta doing a backflip. Come see us at Georgia Aquarium. I wish I could. But I can't. Hey, maybe if if you guys want to, after the actual whale shark stream, we can, like, after we're done with the identification part, we should totally look at like the baby zebra shark streams, because those are fun too. Those are very fun. All right, yeah, I definitely don't see any questions. I'm just gonna check something real quick, and then I guess we can start with ID. Okay, Gune. How are we going to do ID if no one's talking? It's gonna be difficult. That's okay. Also, yeah, the music at the beginning was from Kubo. Kubo is a good movie, like 10 out of 10 recommend Kubo. Alright, so now all we have to do is we have to wait for the sharks to swim by, and when they swim by, I'll tell you like who it is and how to identify them, and then once we have a chance to go over all the sharks at least once, we can start challenging you guys, if anyone actually talks in the chat. If not, it's out, I guess. That is a zebra shark. Their anatomy is to whale sharks. They have like the ridges and the weird like lumpy back. I love them. I think is that a sandbar shark? This might be a sandbar shark. I don't know. I think so. And that's a zebra shark. I'm very bad at identifying sharks. Identifying species of sharks. Like, some are really easy, like, obviously, like, zebra sharks are easy, and then stuff like black tips and white tips, they're easy because you just look at their fins, and if it has a black tip, it's a black tip, and if it has a white tip, it's a white tip. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure those are sandbars. Like, I'm 99% sure, but I could be wrong. Like, the thing is that even if I think a shark is a certain type of shark, like, I don't know enough about them to be confident that I'm right. So those could totally be sandbar sharks, but I'm not going to say they are, because they could also not be. And I don't want to look stupid. If a whale shark could swim by, that would be great. I see. No, that's just a fish. No, 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 that fish. Oh, oh, here's a fin of a shark, and here's an actual shark. Okay. This is Alice. You can tell because she has a million belly freckles, and then, oh, if you saw her keel was very, like, torn up. Who dis? Who dis, though? Um, I think, I think, oh, that's Taroko, I believe. It's hard, because Taroko has a really, like, curvy, like, curved tail. Like, yeah, that's Taroko. See how his tail is, like, kind of, like, oh, large. Um, Taroko has a unique tail. Who is this? Oh man, this being really low quality today. That's just Trixie. Like literally the way to tell Trixie apart is that she isn't anyone else. Cause like Yushan has a tilted dorsal, so he's really easy. He also has like a little scoop out of his dorsal, so he's easy to tell apart. And then Alice is really easy because either she'll come at the camera with her belly visible and you can tell that she has like approximately 5,000 freckles, or even if she doesn't show her belly, her keel on both sides looks like someone took a machete to it. Like it's so torn up that she's really easy to tell apart. And then Taroko has the really like weird like curvy tail. So literally just the way to identify Trixie is to look at her dorsal and look at her tail, and if there's like nothing special about it, then it's Trixie. Trixie also though on her belly, it can be hard to see on the webcam, but there's a black tip reef shark. It can be hard to see on the webcam, but Trixie has a dark kind of spot. Like it's not like a freckle, it's just like a dark patch near her one of her pecs. I can't remember exactly what side it's on now, but if I see her again, I'll be able to tell you, hopefully. Because she has like the weird dark spot that helps her be a little easy. No one's oh, now it says only one person's watching. Oh well. And no one has still talked in the chat, so I might just be kind of going over it, and this can be for anyone who comes back and watches the recording. Recordings get a lot of views. Oh, it's so laggy. I don't know why it's being so bad today. That there is a grouper. Boop, 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 boop. Big fish. We're just waiting for sharks. Ebola now, it's just one. That's okay. Oh, there's a shark. Who is this? I don't know if they're gonna come over. I can't. Oh. See, it's so laggy that it's being really hard to tell. Oh boy, the lag is real. I honestly don't know how long this stream will last because this is like awful. Well, this is such an exciting whale shark stream. There are like no whale sharks to be found. Ultimate whale shark stream. There's like a guitar fish down there swimming around. I guess we can just enjoy the views of Ocean Voyager. I want to check the chat just to make sure, but like I always don't want to miss a shark on accident. Tank should swim by. Tank is the true MVP. I know that I go to Ocean Voyager just to see Tank. All the mantas. There's actually been this big thing where this is like really nerdy, but I have nothing else to talk about. But there's been this big thing where manta rays are currently like their own genus, like it's the genus Manta, but people like researchers have been saying for a while now that they're like 99% sure that manta shouldn't be its own genus, that manta rays are just mobula rays, which is like mobula is the genus that stuff like lesser devil rays are in, like the mini mantas. That's mobula, and they don't think that manta rays are actually that distinct from mobula rays. So I think they've been saying that they're going to eliminate the genus Manta and then just put manta rays into mobula. So that's like the nerdiest thing, but I think it's really interesting because I really like taxonomy. I like how the sharks are just like, no, we won't come anywhere near you. I think that was a cow nose ray. They're just cow nose rays in here. That's a sandbar, probably, maybe. I think so. There's a little shark. I don't know what that is. I can't tell. It's like far away. I honestly really like sandbar sharks. I think they're cool. Ooh, this is just miserably laggy. That's fine. That's chill. Here's a fin. Oh, it's Alice. See all the freckles, and then you see what I mean now that it's not lagging like crazy. Her keel is just like has these gouges out of it on both sides. Oh, here comes the shark. Oh, it's gonna lag. This also kind of shows how big their tank is, that you can go like a minute without seeing any sharks, like, and they're huge animals, so it's pretty impressive. Show me your tail. I can't tell who that is. Because the top of the tail was out of view, so I can't be sure. They're being so uncooperative today. Like, they won't even swim by, and then when they do, they're like, I'm gonna keep all my identifying features out of your view. Like, okay. Whatever. Rude. What I want to see is Tank. I miss my buddy Tank. I haven't seen Tank in a long time. On one of, like, literally, like, on one of my streams, I managed to catch a moment where I think it was either Alice or Trixie. I think it was Alice, and she was like swimming along, like minding her own business. But like Tank was in front of her, and she didn't like turn or like try to avoid him, and he didn't try to avoid her. So she ended up just swimming like literally right into him and like plowed him over, and it was so funny. I've also seen Alice and Trixie like run into each other multiple times. I don't think their maneuvering skills are very good. Which is also, actually, whale sharks are so slow moving and they don't maneuver well and they don't react to things very quickly. That's a big reason why they are very susceptible to boat strikes. So it's kind of like baleen whales or something, or manatees, like all of these slow-moving animals, they just kind of are chilling there, and if the boat doesn't try to avoid them, then they can't really get out of its path quick enough to avoid being hit. So whale sharks are very, very susceptible to boat strikes, and in that new blog post that I was talking about earlier, like the ecotourism one, I actually linked a couple of pictures. I linked to a couple of pictures of whale sharks that have really bad boat injuries. So look there if you want to see the true reality of what boats can do to whale sharks, because it's awful. There was also one. I can't remember where he was. I think there was like this whale shark in, I think maybe Mexico, that got struck by a propeller, and it like cut him in his face, and it like cut over his like left eye, and his eyes was all scratched up, and then like his entire face was just, oh, I feel really bad for him. Scientists didn't know if he would ever be able to see out of that eye again. They thought he might like go blind in that eye from it, which I mean makes sense. I'm pretty sure that if a propeller ran into my eye, I wouldn't be able to see out of it anymore either. Yeah, there are just really gnarly pictures on the internet of boat strikes with whale sharks. It's terrible. Some of them have like permanent scars too because it cut into their like dorsal fin or their tail. Their caudal fin, as it's called, their big tail fin is called the caudal fin, and sometimes that gets like sliced up and it doesn't heal, so they just have these big gouges out of their tail. Or there's the one named Newfail who literally like half of his tail is missing because it got chopped off by a boat propeller. It's terrible. It's one of the it's honestly like a fairly sizable threat to their survival as a species, is just how often they get hit by boats. It's really bad. I don't know how long I'll just keep this stream up, honestly, because this is like, it's lagging and there are like no sharks. So I might just end the stream soon. It's been going on for about 30 minutes. So I think I might end it. Let's see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can get like the zebra shark cameras to work. Just because I've struggled with them in the past. So I don't know if they'll work, but I'm going to try. My computer's just really weird with stuff, I don't know. Anything that uses Adobe Flash Player, it just is like, freaks out with. Oh, okay, so the egg case one is working. So we can watch the, can we watch this? It won't let me like full screen it. Okay, we're gonna try like just the baby zebra shark cam. Maybe that one will work better. Like the Georgia Aquarium one is like the only one you can actually full screen. Okay. But I can still show this one because it's cute. Look at them, they're adorable. I wish I could full screen it, but it like won't let me. I can do it on my phone, but like I said, my computer is just kind of an idiot. But look at how cute they are when they're babies. They actually they have like a spot and stripe pattern that looks a lot like whale shark markings to me. Like they're like simplified whale sharks, and I like their little like U shape on the top of their heads. Like they're just so cool looking. I love them. Yeah, also just while we're talking about webcams, the Georgia Aquarium has like a ton of webcams. They have a jellyfish webcam, they have like the two baby zebra shark webcams, they have an otter cam, penguin cam, their Pacific Reef cam, and their beluga cam. Let's look at the beluga cam. Cause why not? There they are. There they are. The big squishies. They are large squishies. Georgia Aquarium has 4 belugas. They are, let's see if I can remember, Maple, Kinu, Arik, and I think I can never remember his name. It's like, it's not none of it. It's like Nunavac or something. I don't know. Something like Inuit sounding. Another male. Something that starts with an N and ends in an ack. I'm pretty sure. I don't know as much. There's a seal? They have the seals in with the belugas? That was just a harbor seal was like, Pew! That's interesting. I love harbor seals. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just end the stream because not much is happening. So thank you guys for coming, and I hope that people enjoy watching the recording, and I will see you all later. Bye.